Let's say you're hanging out with somebody and all of a sudden they break their watch or it's damaged. You're probably going to respond to that by saying, don't worry about it, it's just a watch. Or you can get it fixed, you can get a new one. It's just a piece of material. Now flip that scenario onto yourself. What if it was your watch that was broken or damaged? You would feel some type of way. Probably sad, angry, upset, or frustrated, at least in that moment. Why is that? Why do we have this emotional attachment to materials and inanimate objects? I want you to take an honest look at your life. What is most valuable to you? Is it the watch, the car, the clothes, the gaming system, the new sneakers that you just bought? Or is it the relationships that you have with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones? And most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself and your higher power. When I talk about a higher power, I'm not speaking about anything religious, which doesn't mean that a higher power can't be religious. But for me personally, when I speak about a higher power, I'm just talking about something that is greater than myself, something that is greater than all of us, that connects everybody to one another. But it also connects you to your spirit, to your soul, and your true self. But it's these relationships that should be seen as most valuable to you, because all those other things, like the watch I spoke about earlier, are just materials. They're all external things that don't really hold value. They're good for the time being, but they're not something that is meaningful at the end of the day. I presented this problem, this question, and I gave you some of my thoughts and my opinions on why we have such emotional attachments to materials. So what do you do from here on out? What I've learned to do, and it might sound simple, but it actually is simple, because as humans we complicate everything when really the answer is right in front of our face, and it's very simple for the most part. And the answer to that question is to just let go. We have to learn to let go. Because if we don't, and we choose to grab onto these material items, no pun intended, and just hoard them and hold on and keep compiling more, and we need the next new thing, then you're going to continue to be unhappy. You're going to continue to be left unsatisfied. So little by little, you need to practice letting go. Letting go of things in your life that don't hold value anymore. And shed all that excess weight, literally and figuratively. Because once you start getting rid of these materials in your life, you'll realize that you feel a lot lighter, you feel a lot freer, because you're not constricted, you're not confined to always keeping up with the newest trends or the coolest clothes or being in the know on certain things. So if you know that you have a lot of these attachments, a lot of these emotional attachments to materials, make a conscious effort to get rid of them, to let go of some things. And I don't mean just walk into your house or your apartment or your car, just throw everything in a bag and donate it. That might work, but start small. One thing a day, or dedicate a day on the weekend to look through that closet or some old boxes and just really take a look and see what doesn't serve a purpose in your life and try to let it go. And little by little, you'll start to realize that a lot of things don't really serve any purpose and they hold no value to you. They're just materials. And that emotional attachment was all in your imagination. It was all a facade. It wasn't real, because that's not what life's about. It's not about acquiring things. It's about acquiring relationships with people and learning things about life, and also learning who you are. So once you take the focus off the external, you will be able to focus on the internal and get to know yourself. So just try that out. It doesn't have to be a big, massive project. A little at a time. Get rid of one thing. Get rid of a few things. But when you do, ask yourself those questions. Does this hold any value? And also, does it serve any purpose in my life? And if the answer is no to both, or even one, then get rid of it. Let it go. You'll be much better off once you start doing that. Okay, so you ready? I'm about to tell you something that's gonna blow your mind. So I hope you're sitting down. You ready? I am not perfect. That was also a joke. So I hope you're laughing or smiling or saying, oh, Kyle's kind of cheesy, because whatever. But I'm not perfect. One of my life mottos is progress, not perfection. Because I always strive to progress and get better each and every day. I don't strive for perfection. So I'm not perfect. I still have things in my life, material things, that I have an attachment to. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, and I've shed myself of a lot of that weight and freed myself, but I also still hold on to a few things here and there because there's this emotional attachment to it. I get better every day, but I'm still a work in progress. I just wanted to say thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit and watching my video and listening to what I had to say. I really appreciate it. And if you can't hear it, I could certainly. There's someone blowing leaves right now around here, so it is what it is. It's fall, so the leaves are falling. Okay, I gotta go. But like I always said, and I'll continue to say, be grateful, smile, and have a blessed day.